I'm not gay.
I don't think just shy.
Without just the negative saying that you don't like the tour, just 'cause
I don't like it though.
I know, but
I go through
what
hell.
Are you setting up though? I don't understand.
but
I go through hell touring. Okay, then I'll make it positive then.
Yeah, it's just
Well, you know the truth.
yeah.
Okay.
And roll. Action, Michael.
I love to tour. You guys messed up.
Just say.
Why you all start laughing? I'm ready to get into it.
Do you include common musical phrases in your songs that you write?
Common musical phrases?
Do you know what that means?
Yeah, but I don't know if you know what it means.
Well, let me ask you. Could you tell us what a common musical phrase is?
A common musical phrase.
That's a common musical phrase.
That could be a common musical phrase.
When Michael Jackson died in 2009, the world believed it already knew everything about him. For decades, newspapers, tabloids, television programs, and gossip magazines had turned his life into a non-stop cycle of headlines. Strange stories followed him everywhere. Some people believed he wanted to change races. Others claimed he never sang live. Certain rumors were repeated so often that over time, they began to sound like facts.
I think the biggest misconception of your uncle is?
The biggest misconception? That he...
Years later, when Jaafar Jackson began preparing to portray his uncle in the biopic Michael, he quickly realized something important. Many people knew the rumors, very few knew the truth.
So instead of simply copying Michael's voice or dance moves, Jaafar spent months studying interviews, rehearsal footage, court documents, family memories, and behind-the-scenes recordings. The deeper he went, the more he discovered how much of Michael Jackson's public image had been shaped by exaggeration, tabloid culture, and repetition.
Is your skin lighter because you don't like being black? I'm a black American. I'm proud to be a black American. I am proud of my race. I am proud of who I am. That's the most ridiculous, horrifying story I've ever heard.
Slowly, through research and performance, Jaafar began understanding the difference between myth and reality. One of the most persistent rumors he encountered was the belief that Michael Jackson bleached his skin because he wanted to be white.
Biggest misconception? That he... I would say that he wanted to be white. That's a big misconception, and that this film gives you that understanding of what that is, what that vitiligo played a part in his life. And not a lot of people really understand what that is. And he was dealing with that from an early age.
Jaafar reportedly studied interviews in which Michael explained that he suffered from vitiligo, a medical condition that causes the skin to lose pigment in patches. For years, many people mocked or doubted him, yet medical records and Michael's 2009 autopsy later confirmed the condition. During makeup tests for the film, artists carefully recreated different stages of Michael's appearance throughout his life. According to stories shared by crew members, the process helped younger workers on set understand something they had never fully considered before. Michael's changing appearance was connected to a real illness, not simply vanity.
I really hope that the audiences walk away with a true, deeper understanding of Michael, the human being.
Jaafar wanted audiences to see the human being behind the headlines. Another rumor claimed Michael Jackson never sang live. That accusation frustrated many musicians who had worked with him. Jaafar reportedly watched rehearsal footage from the Bad and Dangerous tours, where Michael sang for hours while performing physically exhausting choreography. At first, Jaafar struggled. Trying to sing while executing complex dance routines left him breathless. During rehearsals, dancers sometimes laughed in exhaustion because everyone would finish a routine drained while the music continued playing. Those rehearsals taught him something important. Michael's performances were far more demanding than most people realized. While some later concerts used backing tracks during intense dance sections, live recordings and isolated vocals demonstrated that Michael frequently sang live while performing choreography few artists could sustain physically.
I never can say goodbye. No, 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 no. I never, 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 never can say goodbye.
Jaafar began to understand how unfair many criticisms had become. Then there was another painful accusation, that Michael Jackson hated being black. The deeper Jaafar studied his uncle's life, the less sense the accusation made. Michael repeatedly celebrated black culture through his music, videos, dancers, and business achievements. He broke racial barriers on MTV, opened doors for black artists internationally, and consistently praised performers who came before him.
James Brown, I think James Brown is a genius, when he's with the Famous Flames, just unbelievable. And I used to watch him on television. And I used to get angry at the cameraman because whenever he would really start to dance, they would be on a close-up and I couldn't see his feet. So I would throw things, I'd be angry. I said, show him, so I could watch and learn.
So he was a big mentor for you,
Phenomenal.
obviously.
Family members reportedly spoke to Jaafar about how deeply Michael admired artists such as James Brown, Sammy Davis Jr., and Jackie Wilson. What hurt Michael most, they said, was watching people confuse illness and cosmetic surgery with self-hatred. While filming emotional scenes, Jaafar sometimes became quiet between takes. Crew members noticed that certain moments affected him deeply, not because he was trying to imitate Michael, but because he was beginning to understand the loneliness his uncle often carried throughout his life. Some rumors, however, were simply bizarre. For years, tabloids claimed Michael had purchased the Elephant Man's bones. Even as a child, Jaafar had heard jokes about it. But while researching, he found interview clips in which Michael openly laughed at the rumor and denied it completely. Despite the lack of evidence, the story spread internationally and became part of pop culture mythology. The same thing happened with the famous oxygen chamber rumor. Many people believed Michael slept inside a hyperbaric chamber every night to remain young forever. In reality, later reports explained that the well-known photograph came from a hospital publicity demonstration that tabloids transformed into a worldwide myth.
Oh, Bashir. Oh, I didn't know who you meant. Oh, that guy is a rat. And Tommy Mottola is a devil. I'm not supposed to say what I'm going to say right now, but I have to let you in on a secret.
Say it.
So, please don't videotape what I'm going to say, okay? Turn that off, please. Know what? I don't mind. Tape it.
Michael is getting gangster.
Jaafar reportedly became fascinated by how quickly strange stories could grow once the media repeated them often enough. Another rumor that reportedly troubled members of the production involved claims that Michael's face had been destroyed by surgery. While Michael did undergo cosmetic procedures, many tabloid stories exaggerated the reality far beyond the truth. Makeup artists working on the film carefully studied real photographs instead of relying on sensational magazine covers. They wanted to portray Michael as a human being, not a caricature created by decades of tabloid culture. Then came one of the most serious controversies of all, the belief that the FBI had secretly uncovered hidden criminal evidence against him. While preparing courtroom and investigation scenes, the filmmakers reportedly reviewed publicly released FBI files. Those documents showed that the FBI mainly assisted local investigations and stated they found no evidence leading to federal criminal charges against Michael Jackson. For Jaafar, that part of the preparation was emotionally difficult. He understood that people would continue debating Michael Jackson for generations. The film could never erase decades of arguments, opinions, or controversy, but it could remind audiences that facts matter more than rumors.
Problem for many people is what happened in 1993, or what didn't happen.
What didn't happen?
By the time filming ended, many crew members reportedly said that working on Michael changed the way they viewed Michael Jackson.
Not because they suddenly believed he was perfect, but because they realized how much of his public image had been shaped by repetition, exaggeration, and gossip culture throughout the 1980s, 1990s, and early 2000s. Jaafar Jackson never tried to make his uncle seem superhuman. Instead, he tried to make him understandable. Behind the dancing, the fame, the screaming crowds, and the endless headlines was a man who often felt misunderstood by the world around him. And through months of research, physical training, emotional scenes, and difficult conversations, Jaafar helped bring that quieter truth back into focus.
Can I have one too? She called it first and then you called it. Oh, me.